Okay, we're recording. We are here again today with a really interesting guest, Syafira, from Indonesia, a person who's got very exotic roots. She's half Yemeni, half Indonesian. She was raised in Jakarta in a Muslim family, and now she's currently living in Thailand, a complete different country. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about religion, cultural differences, culture in general, and adapting to life in a new country. So welcome, Shah. Thanks for joining
Thank
me
you.
here
Thank
today.
you for having me, Happy.
Of course. We can get started with your life in Jakarta, how it is to be born and raised in a traditional family in Indonesia. So, how was your life as a kid? How did you grow up? What can
Okay.
you tell me about that?
As a kid, I was grew up in a very, very conservative family. Like
Yep.
even among my friends here in Jakarta are always different. Like they are more
Hmm.
open and everything, but my when it comes about my family, they are more conservative, more close-minded. So when people ask me that, and if I tell them the story, they will say things like, "Oh my God, that's scary. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I don't know if I can live like you," or something like that. But if you ask me personally, I think I get used to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I get used to the rules that, yeah, you cannot do this and that, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm all right.
When you say
Hmm.
scary, what do you mean? Give me a few examples of what
Because,
scary means.
yeah, okay, so for example, I cannot have a guy friend, like
You
a
cannot
guy
have
friend.
male friends.
Yeah, male friends. I
Okay.
cannot even go out with if there is a guy there. I cannot have boyfriend absolutely, and I cannot even swim until 2 years ago. I start to swim again. Yeah,
Okay.
and then um, I have to marry only with Arab men.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it was something like that. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, which
What about clothing and dressing? How
abs-
did this
well,
impact you?
absolutely for a Muslim, we have to dress, like properly.
Yeah.
You have to cover everything, cover your hair and everything. I did it until 2 years ago, and then I decided to, okay, I need to see the world outside. So I want to explore things first. So yeah, I did it before since
Hmm.
I was kid until I was 24. I wear hijab like every day.
Okay.
Yeah, I wear hijab, but then 2 years ago I decided to not wear it anymore, and I will wear it again one day if I'm ready, something like that. But
Hmm.
absolutely you have to. But here in Indonesia, I think lots of women have wear hijab also. So it's not really something new for Indonesian. Yeah, it's not really
Yeah.
different. Mm.
Yeah, I understand. Are you required to, or how voluntary it is?
Absolutely required.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
required
Okay.
to, like, yeah, have because it's a must for a woman,
Mhm.
Muslim women, to wear hijab. So you don't have any choice for that. Actually, like, honestly, you don't have choice for that. But it's me being. People call me a rebel.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm just gonna do what I want to do, as long as I don't harm people or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Did you have anyone like that in your family, or are you the only rebel, so to say?
I think I'm the only one. Unfortunately, I'm
How?
the only one because
Yeah.
my
How?
sister. Oh yeah. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I wanted to ask you, how did your family take that? How did they react since you were like the different one?
Oh, they actually don't know that I am like this.
Mhm.
So basically, this is what I'm doing. So
Okay.
in order to
Hope they
have
don't get to watch this video though.
this, no, that I need to block them from your account.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, this is how I do in order to have this life. I have to
Hmm.
pretend and I have to lie. I have to
Yeah.
lie every day. I get used to the lie. I get used to the pretending. I get used to the fake life. I get used to the double life. Like for example, if I go outside and then with my family, then I will wear hijab. But when I'm with my friends, then I will not wear hijab. Something like that.
Okay.
That's the smallest example. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting to hear. How do you think this impacts you? Because I guess you grow up to form an opinion on it, and
Yeah.
then you decide, as you said, and you become a rebel or you accept it, and then you decide for yourself. But as a kid, I don't think you see that. So as a kid, you just imposed
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
way of life, and you're instilled these values. So how did this impact you as a kid? Because I don't think you saw this rebel life from
Yeah.
your teenage
I
years or
think
your childhood.
I think when I was a kid, I don't know the world outside. Like I always be at home.
Uh-huh.
I always at home. I cannot go outside absolutely. But then thanks God they let me to go to university, and then I meet my friends there. That opened my
Yeah.
mind. Yeah. So yeah, I start to question everything. Like why this? Why I cannot do this? Why I cannot do that? Well, it's not something that is bad. I don't harm people. Then why
Of
I
course.
cannot do that? Something like that. So it start to change. But when I was a kid, I'm fine. Like I'm not
Yeah.
complaining about that life because I don't know.
Yeah, of course. And since you were grown and raised in a capital in Jakarta, I guess you had more like international people around. I
Yeah.
see your English level is great. So when did this start? This internationalization, so to say?
I think since university because I majored in English literature.
Yeah,
So that's why my English is better than any Indonesian. I'm not saying good, but better.
it
Uh,
is. It is.
yeah, thank
Can
you.
confirm.
And then yeah, then I meet my friends there that is also open minded. Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, I mean
Yeah, yeah. So this was the fact that changed things, and without going to university, you wouldn't have had this
probably
life. Okay.
yeah, probably
Yeah. So, so we could say your view of religion changed.
change. Yeah.
How did it change? What did
Um.
you become aware of?
Okay. This disclaimer that I'm still a proud Muslim until now. It's not
Uh-huh.
it's not like I'm saying this because I hate being a Muslim or something. I still
Sure, absolutely.
yeah, I still love being a Muslim and I don't want to convert to any other religion.
Hmm.
But there are something that for me not make sense to be applied in nowadays. Like there are
Hmm.
some rules that for me okay, probably this is for like 100 years ago you can do this, but now it's different. Everything's
Yeah,
changed now, so you need to adapt. Yeah, I think yeah, well, I think that some rules is not mixing, so I just don't care,
yeah,
don't give a damn about it. So I just do it as long as like this whole time I always tell to myself, as long as I don't harm people, as long as I don't hurt people, then I'm just gonna do it.
absolutely. No, that's beautiful, especially coming from someone like you who was born there and has seen
Yeah,
the
but
other
uh,
side. Yeah.
but I'm still doing the Muslim thing. Like I'm
Hmm.
fasting right now, and then I still pray 5 times a day. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I think balance. So like yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still a good Muslim, but I still want to explore the world. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, speaking about prayers,
Mm-hmm.
I have a little anecdote.
Ah,
So when I went to KL, I
okay.
rented this nice condo for a month. I paid about 500 or 600 USD,
Mm-hmm.
and I arrived on a weekday,
Mm-hmm.
very late at night. So I
Mm-hmm.
go to sleep, and a few hours later, I'm woken up by this blasting sound of prayers
Okay.
coming from a loudspeaker,
Mm-hmm.
incredibly loud. It was 5:45 a.m. And same next day, and the next day, and the next day again. So I bought earplugs. They didn't
Oh,
work.
okay.
So after a couple of days, I just moved to another area, and obviously didn't get a refund
Uh,
because there was absolutely no way anyone in the neighborhood could sleep through
Sleep,
that
yeah.
noise.
Well,
So
that's the
yeah,
intention.
I at that time I didn't like Islam very much at
Oh,
that time. Yeah,
really?
yeah, it
Well, I
was
hope that
extremely
changed.
loud. Yeah. No, but I accept I'm the foreigner there and I need to adapt. But wow, getting woken up every day at 5:45 is something crazy I could not get used to.
Yeah, right. Actually, that you are not the first person that complain about that. I meet people
I can imagine.
some, yeah, that also complain about that. Like, I want to move to, like he wants to move to Bali from Jakarta because Bali don't have that
Yeah,
prayer calling. So yeah, they moved to Bali because I don't like, I can't stand the prayer calling in Jakarta and everything. Yeah, so I
I
feel you.
absolutely understand.
I feel
Yeah,
you. But yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, speaking about Bali, how does it work that part of the country or an island or a few islands have a complete different culture and
Yeah.
religion? How is your view on that? Because I know that Indonesia is huge. There are many islands and they're very different from each other.
Yeah.
The population is over 300 million. It's
Yeah.
incredibly big country. But coming from Europe, small countries,
Mm.
everything is more homogeneous, and we don't get to have these different cultures. We are different, but we don't have very different religions in the same country. So how does that work?
Um, Indonesia actually have lots of cultural differences in every city. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, lots of religion as well. We have Buddha,
Yeah,
we have Hindu and everything. And in Bali, the Hindu is the majority.
yeah,
Like, if you ask me, actually, I like Bali more compared to any other city in Indonesia because
yeah.
they are more open-minded, more warm.
Hmm.
The people there
Yeah,
compared to Muslim. This is why people hate Muslim because Muslim is always known as a not nice people, as a close-minded people, and like
yeah,
like you cannot get along with Muslim people. That's what people think. That's why they hate Muslim. So I feel it too. I feel it too because when I speak about how I think about Muslim, how I see Muslim to people that is so Muslim, like for example to
yeah,
my family, they will judge me. Absolutely, they will judge me. They will say, "Oh my God, you've gone so far from God or something like that." But when I speak to people that is not Muslim, they understand more.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's
I totally get you. Totally
yeah,
get you.
that's
But
what.
I find it curious that Bali is the most well-known uh, island that is not Muslim, and at the same
Yeah,
time is the most visited and most touristic and
yeah,
most popular by far. So there must be a connection there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what
absolutely.
you mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah. But coming back to religion, one thing I wanted to touch upon is the arranged marriage. I think
Okay.
it's a thing on your in your
Yeah,
religion.
yeah.
I guess that, well, I was talking to you and you told me that you were expected, your
Mm,
family
mhm,
expected you
mhm.
to get an arranged marriage. So I want you to walk me through it. How does that work? I find it very amusing. I,
Okay.
I, I knew that they do that in India. I didn't know that
Oh,
much
okay.
about
Mm.
Indonesia. So how does that work? What is the process and how is it exactly?
Actually, it's not happen in Indonesia. Like
Oh,
it's
okay.
not. Yeah, it's not common in Indonesia. Like my friend don't have that,
Okay.
but because I have Yemeni side for me, so yeah, it's happened.
Yeah.
And when it happens, I mean, it sucks because well, so for example, like this, 3 years ago, my mom every month I think bring a man to come to my house to see me, to get to know me, something like that. And
Okay.
she will say something like, "Okay, Fira, get ready because there's this man will want to see you," something like that. Okay, and then I get ready, I go down, speak to the man, and then yeah, that's it. It happens every month. But the thing is,
Okay.
thanks God that my parents still consider my opinion. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
they're forcing me. You have to marry him. You have to marry this guy. You have to this. No, they are not. They still consider my opinion. So if I say, nah, I don't like him, I don't want this, I don't want this, blah blah blah, they will listen to me. They will listen to
Okay.
me. But if it my grandparents, then nah, I have no opinion. Like what happened
Yeah.
to my mom and my father, they also arrange. And yeah, and my
Your
mom,
parents. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
my mom that time don't even know my father's name until the wedding day.
Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, so
Wow.
it's, if it's my grandparents, then probably I'm not gonna have any opinion. But thanks God, my
Mm.
parent is a bit more chill now. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
What about the men? You said that they would bring once a month. Was that
Yeah,
like where did they find them? I guess they were Arab, they were Muslim
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So how
Like,
did this work?
so usually my mom tell her friend something like, I have I have daughter and ready to get married like this age
Okay.
and blah 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 blah, and then the friend will, okay, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find her husband. And
Yeah.
oh, probably my cousin. There are also cousins that come to my house and say that want some, yeah, want to see me, something like that. But yeah, so yeah, basically it's from my
Wow.
mom friends or from family, something like that. As long as it's Arab, yeah.
Okay. And how long did this last? I guess that once a month you would get this unexpected
Yeah.
surprise visit. How did you react, first of all, and after how many did you decide that this is not your thing and I don't want to do this?
Um, I think so. Until 2 years ago, I was okay with that, but then I decided. So I go to Thailand at the beginning, and then I start to
Okay.
see, okay, things differently. And then I told my mom, I think you need to stop arrange me to any man because I'm gonna find myself. And then
Okay.
I make a, like a promise with her. If in 2024 I don't bring men to home, then okay, do whatever you want. Arrange me to any man you want. Okay, I'm just gonna, okay, agree with you. With all the men you arrange to me, I'm gonna agree with you. And then yeah, she stopped. She stopped in 2024. She don't bring any man at home at all. And then he start again last month, I think. Yeah, last month.
Oh, Jesus.
Um, but yeah, I think I get used to that.
Yeah.
I get used
What is
to
the
that.
average marrying age for a Muslim in your case, at
Oh,
least from the because you said you have a Yemeni side that makes things different because this arranged marriage is not common in Indonesia, but for your family is. So what is the normal average age for people to marry?
I think mostly after you graduate from high school, the mom will start to find you a husband, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so after graduate from school, from high school, you are considered ready to get married.
All
Yeah.
right. So in your early 20s, we can say, or even
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
20, yeah, 18 to 20, something like that.
Okay. And also, I wanted to ask you after these marriages succeed and they extend in time. Um, I was told by you basically that men can have up to four wives,
Yeah.
and why this number and how does this work?
It works when you are stable enough to provide for wife,
Okay.
and basically long time ago in the Muslim prophets, yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Prophets also have for wife, but it basically, he helped like a widow that don't have a job or something, so he helped her and then marry her and then provide for her. But
Okay.
men nowadays think that, like, so basically we cannot have sex before marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they want it to be halal. So you know about haram and halal.
Yeah.
Haram is you cannot, something that you cannot do. Halal is something you can do. So you cannot, having sex before marriage is haram.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people make it halal. So they're gonna marry you just to have sex with you. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
basically like that. So men nowadays think like that, but actually it's not works like that before, like years ago it's not works like that, but now men thinks like that. and
Okay.
and Indonesia is not really common, like Yemeni Indonesia is not really common. Like for example, my family, they only have one wife. But if you speak to Arab men, like from Arab country, from Saudi or from, I don't know, Egypt, then it's common. It's really,
Hmm.
really, really common. As long as you can provide for wife, the wife is okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
it's a matter of the man being able to provide for them. As long
Yeah.
as that's settled, there's no problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, I cannot do that. I
Okay.
would rather
Okay.
not marry. Yeah, I would rather not marry than I have to um, split you with four. No, no, four women. No,
Yeah.
no, no, I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I guess you have seen more of the world to become uh, like come to the conclusion of this not being acceptable for you, and that's
Yeah,
totally fine.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and speaking about your other half,
Mm-hmm.
um, your Yemeni side, I think it's a very unknown country, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that many people know about it, including
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Okay.
So what can you tell me about Yemen? Have you been? Do you visit? What part of your family is from Yemen?
Okay, so I haven't visited there. So I was born and raised in
Okay.
Indonesia, so I never visit there. My
Mhm.
parents also never visit there. So basically, I don't have any family there. No more.
Okay.
Yeah, so my grandparents moved from Hadramaut. So there is like a city, small city from called Hadramaut. Yeah, so my
Okay.
grandparents moved from Hadramaut to Saudi, and then some moved to Indonesia, some moved to Kuala Lumpur, to Malaysia, some moved to any other places in the world.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I never come to Yemen, so I don't know about it, but I know I came from a city called Hadramaut. And
Okay.
if I tell this to an Arab people, like if people from Arab, they will say things like, "Oh, you're from Hadramaut. That's the most conservative city in the whole Arab cities,
Wow.
in the whole Arab country."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that speaks volumes. Yeah, so I guess you feel more Indonesian, obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's interesting. And what about Arabic? Can you understand both
Uh,
languages, both Arabic versions?
I understand. I understand what people say, but I cannot speak it. Yeah, I
Hmm.
cannot speak. I speak some words like we mix it at home, like some, yeah, like we mix it, something like that. But I cannot really make a whole sentence with
Hmm.
Arabic. Yeah, but I understand. Well, when people say Arabics, I can translate it. I can understand what they mean, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Wow, that's interesting. So, yeah, I didn't know that you were mostly Indonesian, so half and half is not an accurate
Yeah.
description. But do you have any cultural differences from the your Yemeni side or something that impacted you? You said this arranged marriage, but is there anything from your culture, your family traditions, values that comes from this Yemeni side?
Actually, if you ask me, I am more Yemeni or Indonesian. I think I
Uh-huh.
am Yemeni because I raised in a house with Yemen cultural. I do basically Yemeni cultural. Like if you ask
Hmm.
me what is Indonesian cultural, I will answer honestly, I don't know, because yeah, because
Yeah.
because I don't really know, because my parents always keep me at home. They don't give me access to the world outside. So
Hmm.
so I don't know. So I only know about my my cultural, my Yemeni side cultural, like that. Um, Arranged marriage or something like that. Yeah, but Indonesian, I don't know. But yeah, well, yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And what about food? I didn't
Mhm.
try much, but did your family cook
Yeah,
Yemeni
yeah, yeah.
food? Really,
Well,
what
apart
can you
from
tell me about it? What should a person try from Yemeni cuisine?
basically, we
Something
don't
that you cannot
really
miss.
we don't really have like specific food from Yemen, but we eat Arab food,
Okay.
like
Okay.
like mandi rice, and then kapsa rice,
Hmm.
and then molokhia. That's more Egyptian, yeah, something
Okay.
like that. Mhm. But we don't really have like Yemen food. But actually, for food, I love Indonesian more. I love Indonesian food more. I don't like Arab food. Nah.
Yeah. What can you tell me about Indonesian food? People know it's spicy, but that's all. But what about Indonesian
Yeah.
food exactly?
Indonesian food is actually not good. Actually, it's oily. Usually, it's oily and a bit sweet,
Okay.
and then yeah, it's spicy, so it's not good for your health. But it
Not
tastes
good. You
so
mean you
nice.
mean not healthy, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not healthy. I mean, yeah, not good. It's not healthy, but it tastes so good. So I love it.
It's
I
very
love it.
tasty. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
love it. I love it. Like, have you come to Indonesia before?
I was in Java. I didn't try
Okay.
much. I
Mm-hmm.
told you I tried this fish. It was really nice, but I didn't feel it was a proper Indonesian
Yeah, I can
food.
fish here. Yeah.
It was not a special item. It was just fish. I can have that everywhere. But I felt it was massively. The variety was incredible because, of course, it's an enormous country.
Yeah.
There's lots of islands. There's lots of
People.
seafood, fish, and no, I really liked it. But as I said, very spicy for my taste. But still
Okay.
not as much as Thai. So that's all right. Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, you should try more.
yeah. I
Mhm.
will. I will definitely. Um, and Shah, after university,
Mhm.
you left Jakarta.
Yeah.
Why? What were the reasons why you left Jakarta? What made
So,
you leave?
so basically, after university, I work in Jakarta first
Uh-huh.
until I think until 4 years, and then the company I work asked me to go to Bangkok to work there. So basically,
Yeah.
I live stream also, but like selling clothes on TikTok. So yeah, so they
Yeah.
asked.
Can you elaborate? What do you do exactly?
Oh, okay.
Because I found it amusing when you told me what
Okay.
is live stream selling clothes
So
on TikTok.
okay, so basically, do you have TikTok?
No, I don't, but I've used it.
Okay, so yeah, so I do live stream in TikTok selling clothes,
Hmm.
woman clothes, Muslim clothes to be precise, Muslim clothes, and yeah, I selling on TikToks and Facebook by live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like from website or something now, but by live stream. So yeah, there is this like big wholesale market in Bangkok, like Pratuna.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
I know.
so yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So my boss, the one that I worked before, he asked me to go to Bangkok to do live there. We're gonna start
Hmm.
something new. So you live there, basically like personal shopper, and then yeah, I started. And since then, I came back every month. And even now that I'm not working in the company, like I'm building my own business right now, I still
Hmm.
choose Bangkok to be my base because I love it. I love Bangkok so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder. Same here.
Yeah.
But before diving into that, just
Mhm.
to recap,
Okay.
I don't. I'm interested in the difference between normal recordings and live stream.
Mhm.
Well, how does that help you sell more clothes or do better in business if it's live stream? And how do people buy clothes when live streaming, when you're streaming and they're watching?
Okay. So basically, in China, it's really a trend. Like
Uh-huh.
5 years ago, like live stream is really a trend in China. And then my boss which is Chinese, Indonesian Chinese, and he wants to try something. So he tried it first 5 years ago, and
Hmm.
it was not a trend before. But then lately, like 2 years or 3 years ago, like COVID-19, people cannot go
Yeah.
outside, and then people
Hmm.
can buy only online,
Yep.
and people start to do it. Like everyone now, if you go to Indonesia and you open TikTok here, then you're gonna see everyone do live stream. Everyone, basically everyone. I think it's really common in Asia country, but I don't know in Europe country. Like if you come to the market that I mentioned before in Bangkok, you're gonna see people do live stream there, like everywhere, even Thai people. Yeah, so how it works, we're gonna sell the clothes we wear, and then they're gonna make a comment like, okay, Fira, I want this for black color or something like that, and then I'm gonna buy from the shop. That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
And it makes people, because we don't have stocks, so it makes people think that, okay, I have to buy it now because they don't
Hmm.
have stock, like a lot of stock. So if I don't buy now, then I probably got no stock anymore, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So if I understand correctly, people go on your live stream, they
Yeah.
see you, they see these clothes, they want to
Mhm.
buy them. Is this tied linked to Lazada website, Shopee, or
um
how does this work?
People
How
usually, yeah,
like
people usually do it like usually link
uh-huh.
to Shopee or like
Okay,
TikTok have like something
their
like,
own shop.
yeah, something
Uh-huh.
like that.
Okay,
But for me, I don't do that. Like I do like, okay, if you want to buy, just WhatsApp me, just text.
okay.
Yeah, something like that. So I don't do website because with website we need to pay another tax and stuff,
Hmm.
something. It's just more complicated. So I do it like here,
Yeah,
easier.
yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't believe we have something like that in Europe. It's not common at all.
Yeah, it's not common.
I don't think anyone does that, but it's quite interesting to see where the trends come from and how
Mm-hmm.
they expand
Mm-hmm.
worldwide. But yeah, so you went to Bangkok
Yeah,
for this. You stayed. That means you liked it, I guess.
yeah,
What made you like Bangkok so much? And especially, I'm interested in the differences between
yeah,
Indonesia and Thailand because they're really close to each other and they are
yeah.
completely culturally
Different.
different. So, how was it for you as a Muslim to arrive to Bangkok, such a big city? Well, it's not bigger than Jakarta, but it's much more touristic.
Yeah,
It's much more international.
yeah.
So, how did it feel for you?
Actually, I like it. I think that's the reason why I like Bangkok more than Indonesia and more than Jakarta, because there is not so conservative, not so like close-minded. Like people there don't judge. Thai
Yeah.
people don't judge. Like they don't give a fuck about what you're gonna do. Like they don't care if you
Yeah.
wanna what you gonna wear, or are you a lady boy or something. They don't care. But if you are, like for example, if I'm a lady boy and I walk in the road in Jakarta, people will be looking at me. They're probably gonna spit on me, probably gonna hit on my
Wow.
face.
Speed,
Something. Yeah,
speed
spit.
even.
Yeah, even spit.
Jesus.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, there they don't care. Like they don't mind your business, and I
Hmm.
really love it. Like for probably there are some like things that I'm surprised. Like, oh my god, you can do this in Bangkok. Like for example, like
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
prostitutes and stuff and everything. But after all, I love it. I love it so
Mhm.
much. Yeah, that difference that make me love Bangkok more than Jakarta.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. And seeing it through your eyes, I guess you feel much more free.
Yeah,
You can
I can be myself.
choose who you want to be and
Yeah,
just be comfortable. And this thing you mentioned before about faking or the lies,
yeah,
you don't
right.
need to care about in
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
Bangkok. Yeah,
Exactly.
totally. Yeah, but diving more into the city
Mhm.
itself,
Mhm.
um, what differences do you see, and why do you like it so much compared to Jakarta or
The
any other city?
city, Bangkok, I think more international. I think that's why.
Hmm.
But Bangkok also have traffic, but Jakarta is just a headache. Like, oh
It's
my god, people
insane.
honk every time. I feel like I'm in a Bangladesh, or I'm not in Indonesia. It's like so hot and
Yeah, yeah,
traffic everywhere, and the traffic is worse than in Bangkok. I mean, Bangkok already so bad, but here in Jakarta is worse
yeah,
than
yeah.
Bangkok. Like every time I go back to Jakarta, like I go back like basically 4 days ago here,
Hmm.
and I feel like, oh my god, I need to come back to Bangkok as soon as possible. I cannot stay
Yeah,
here
yeah.
too long. Yeah.
This traffic thing you mentioned is so true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic in Bangkok, of course, but people
Hmm.
don't honk, don't
Yeah,
hold on.
right.
That's
Yeah.
so respectful, honestly. And
Hmm.
there's not so much noise as I expected.
Yeah,
That's so true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like so noisy. The pollution is so bad. Oh my god. Yeah,
Mm.
nah.
Yeah, yeah. Any favorite areas from Bangkok you would like to
Mm,
mention? What's your
I
favorite area?
think I always like Saton
Saturn is super
or
nice. Yeah.
yeah, or Chitlom is a bit more fancy, but I love Chitlom also. But Saton is
Yeah.
like they are not too crowded,
Hmm.
but not like, but still like modern, like something like
Hmm.
that. Yeah, I like it, and it's close by from everywhere. Also, I like also Sukhumvit, but it's too crowded. It's too
It is.
touristic. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it depends where you go, I guess. You
Yeah.
have really nice places around Tonglo,
Yeah, Thongbuk. Yeah,
Hong
Thongbuk.
Kong,
Nice. Yeah.
Ekamai. Yeah, but I agree. I agree. It's extremely touristy, but
Yeah.
overall, we're tourists too, in a way.
And
So,
what about actually? What about you? Which area that you like the most
I would
in
say
Bangkok?
Tonglo.
Thongbuk.
Tonglo is top one, my
Mm-hmm.
favorite. It's incredible. It's got this Bangkok way of life, all
Mm-hmm.
the traffic, all the skyscrapers, high-rise
Yeah,
buildings,
yeah, yeah.
high-end places. But at the same time, it gives me a little European vibe because you can
Mm.
walk everywhere. You don't need a motorbike. You can
Mm.
just hop
Ah.
in and out of places, cafes, restaurants, working spaces. So yeah, I really like it. But yeah, Saturn is amazing. Chitlom is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Ekama I really like.
Yeah,
But
Ekamai
yeah,
also nice. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And speaking about religion, how did you adapt to Thailand? Did you have any conflict with religion? I'm sure not. You
No.
didn't have because Thai people are really nice and
Yeah.
easy to deal with, as you mentioned. But is there any problem from a Muslim coming from a Muslim background to adapt to a Buddhist country or a Buddhist environment?
I think for me, nah, because I'm open-minded. Like compared to
Hmm.
any other my friend, for example, or any
Yep.
other my family member, I'm more open-minded. So it's not really a problem for me to adapt there. But probably for a Muslim people,
Yeah.
like yeah, they need to adapt. Like there is no halal food everywhere. There is only
Hmm.
one area with halal food, which is Nana, which is I hate to go there.
Yeah,
So
me too. Speaking about areas, that's one I don't like. Yeah.
yeah. That's yeah. Like, but unfortunately, the halal food is only there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have to
Yeah.
go there. Yeah, I have to go there
Yeah.
alone. So yeah. So
Yeah.
basically,
Wonder why though. Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah. So I think for people, it's hard for us to find a halal food,
Hmm.
and I don't eat Thai food. I think for me, the struggle is to find food. Only that.
You don't you don't eat Thai food.
Thai
Why
food,
is that?
nah. I don't. I'm a picky eater actually. I don't want to
Okay.
try something new because I'm afraid that I'm not gonna like it. And when I see Thai make the food, I don't think I'm gonna like it. So I rather not to
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rather not to try it. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand you. I mean, I get you don't eat pork, but what's wrong? What's wrong with sticky rice or I don't know,
It
fried
doesn't.
red chicken?
Yeah, well, chicken rice is okay. Chicken
Yeah.
rice is okay. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay.
like sticky rice, I don't know. It doesn't fit with my tongue. Like I only
Yeah.
like Indonesian food. For food,
On.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. How easy is it to find it in Bangkok?
In
Doesn't need to be
Indonesian
very
food.
hard, right?
Oh
There are a
yeah,
lot of Indonesians.
it is very hard. It is a lot
Really?
of Indonesian. Yeah, lots of Indonesian in Bangkok, but it's very hard to find Indonesian food. Like there are some nearby
Yeah.
the market that I do live stream. Only that, only that. Probably that's the yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, only that.
Okay. There you have a business idea then.
Yeah, actually, I
A
haven't
rest
thought also about that. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
restaurant from Indonesia, Indonesian food and so on. Given the amount of Indonesians there are,
yeah.
has to become successful overnight.
Yeah, but usually Indonesia come to Bangkok to try the food. Thai food is also like famous here in Indonesia, like the street food and everything. Yeah, but for
Mm-hmm.
me, nah, I cannot. So when I'm in Bangkok, I only eat Indonesian food, or I
Mm-hmm.
cook myself, or I go to Italian restaurant, or
Italian. All
yeah,
right.
or Arabic. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I understand. And speaking more about the future, Sha, you are yourself living in Bangkok now. You enjoy. You go back and forth. I would like you
Yeah,
to
I go back
explain
and
that.
forth. Yeah.
Why did you go back and forth? I guess you do visa runs, but
Yeah.
how does that work exactly?
I don't have visa for working, not now, because I do, like, I have my own business right now, so
Hmm.
I don't think I need visa for the beginning. So I just started for like
Huh?
3 months now, but I think I will make it after Ramadan. So yeah, so for now I need to go back every month because my
Hmm.
passport. Yeah, but it's okay. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
We like
So
this.
even neighbor countries are required to do visa runs. It's not only for us,
If
UK.
yeah, if you want to live like long, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. And business-wise, how is it Bangkok? You mentioned you started your own business.
Yeah.
You're doing that in Bangkok. Why did you choose Bangkok, and how do you think the bureaucracy works and business-wise? Because
Um,
I'm genuinely interested. I might be copying you and doing the same
oh,
soon.
really?
So
I think
yeah, I would like to hear from someone who has done that.
lots of people do business here in
Mhm.
Bangkok, but my business is not something like I have to do the bureaucracy or something. So
Yeah.
I don't know about that. So basically, I go to market, do live stream, and then send all the purchase to the cargo, send it to Indonesia. From Indonesia, send it to Singapore because my customer are Singaporean.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, I don't have any problem with that. Only
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when I came back a lot to Bangkok, like for example, a year ago, my admin, so I have admin, and they got deported to Indonesia because the last
Wow.
time they stay long enough, and they start to
Mhm.
like questioning, why are you staying for 2 months in Bangkok? Are you working here? If you're working, you need visa, blah 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 blah, something like that. But
Mhm.
thanks God, I'm not. So for now, I don't think I need the visa, but yeah, but I think business in Bangkok is a good thing. Lots of people I met in Bangkok, like foreigner in Bangkok, they do
Mhm.
business there. Lots of people do business there.
Yeah, I completely agree. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's a city that works very well with contacts. Everyone
Yeah.
is looking forward to doing businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's one of the best cities I've been to
Yeah.
start a business.
Actually, yeah.
Honestly, it's a really good idea.
Mm.
And yeah, last but not least,
Okay.
Shah, the future now. You're living in Bangkok. You're happy there. Do you see yourself moving? Do you see yourself settling down and living there forever? Do you see yourself coming back home and growing up to a more traditional Muslim life?
Okay.
Um, what is your view?
Definitely not come back home.
All right.
No, definitely not come back home. But probably will not stay forever in Bangkok. Probably
Okay.
until the business settled, then I don't have to work every day anymore, so I can travel the world and I don't know, live somewhere nice,
Hmm.
close to nature.
Okay.
That's always what I want. Yeah,
Hmm.
but not. I don't think I'm gonna. Well, I mean, I don't mind if I have to live in Bangkok forever. I don't mind that.
Hmm.
But for now, I don't think I'm gonna live there forever. Like I'm gonna move
Hmm.
probably like in a year or 2 years after the business
Yeah,
settle. Yeah.
that's amazing.
What about
And
you?
oh, really, really weird question. I don't know how to answer that. I love Bangkok.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've traveled. I cannot say the whole world, but I've been to around 40 countries. I've seen my share of
Oh,
the world, and I think that Bangkok is the city that aligns with me the most. Is
oh,
the probably top three cities of
mm.
the ones I visited,
Mhm.
and so far I see myself living there.
Oh,
Um,
really?
in the future, who knows? It will depend on
Mm.
business. It will depend on social circle. It will
Yeah.
depend on family. So many things, but for now, Bangkok is great. Bangkok is amazing,
Mm.
and I don't see myself coming back to Europe right now. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It would just decrease my life quality,
Mm.
and I don't want that now. But yeah, last question that I came up with, Sha. You felt, well, we can say you were somehow stuck in a very traditional culture, or at least you felt like you wanted to reach out more and see your share of the world, and that what you were given in your childhood didn't align well with you, or at least
Mm-hmm.
you wanted more exploring and so
Yeah.
on. So, what advice would you give to someone who feels like you, who feels stuck in a very traditional culture, that they are given a particular way of life, and it's really hard to escape from that or to form or have your own opinion? So, it's a very common setting, I guess, in many Muslim families or very traditional countries and backgrounds. So, what's your advice for someone who was like you 3, 4 years ago?
I think it's, if I might say to them that I'm gonna say, like for example, if I can say something to my sister, because my sister now is only stay at home, not working and everything,
Mhm.
because basically women cannot work. So I'm gonna tell her that there is so much outside the world, outside this world, like outside the world that the parents introduce you. There is so
Yeah.
much you can love, you can try. There is so much thing. You doesn't have to commit it to a sin, because like for example, we have lots of like rules that say that okay, this is a sin, this is a sin, something like that. And you don't have to commit it to a sin. You just have to try it. You just have to see, you just have to explore whether you like it or no. Then you're gonna know the answer. Okay, if you end up like, I don't like this life, I prefer to be a Muslim, conservative Muslim, then you are. But
Mhm.
if you feel like yeah, I think I want more, I want more this, I don't want only this, I like something more than my life before. So just explore the world. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you have control of yourself, then just do it. Yeah, you have to do it, because you're gonna left, yeah, you're gonna left behind if you don't do it.
That's beautiful. That's very well put. I wouldn't have put it in a better way, and I think that can apply. That advice can apply to everyone,
Yeah,
not only traditionally stuck people, or people feeling that they want more from life, but just anyone who was born somewhere and doesn't didn't go out and explore. I think that we can break this narrow-mindedness by just leaving your home country. I think that's something mandatory for everyone, at least to try, at least to see for yourself if you like it or not. So yeah, that's very good advice. Thanks, Shafira. And
thank you, Hafi.
overall, thank you for coming. I think it was really interesting talk. It was amazing that you came to give your view of the world that sometimes not many people hear about, and it's really exotic. Thanks for your time,
Thank
and
you for having me.
of course, and yeah, see you around. Thanks a lot for coming, Shafira, again, and see you.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.